Hey, and welcome to another episode of Oh Right.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be more female now because you're all femmed?
Oh, right, yeah. Hi, I'm Laura.
That sounds exactly like me. Today we're going to be talking about a bouquet of penises, life's too short to be mental, and
Shitting on your baby.
All right, yeah.
got a sexual healing.
Sexual healing. Who sings that song? George Michael.
Barry
Manilow.
no, what's his
Enya.
name? I'm looking at you, Katie.
Gabrielle.
Who sings it?
Sexual healing. Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Barry
Bloody hell.
Manilow.
So Katie is our producer now. This is her second episode running, and she so
She's a
far
bit
has
nervous.
been useless at Googling or fact checking, and
She's like, I've
and
got
she
no...
won't shout.
She won't shout. She won't
Come
say
on.
anything.
Say hello there, Katie.
She doesn't have any opinions. She's just sitting
Come
there
on,
in the
say
background
hello.
with her finger on a joystick.
There we go.
Yay! There's an applause button there as well if you want to use it.
Yeah, somewhere.
I don't know.
No,
I
don't think it's labelled. She'll break
panic.
something.
Stop panicking, Katie. Calm down.
Yeah, we heard your complaints about the sensory overload on the thing and
Yeah, the foghorn.
the foghorn. You
So
didn't
many
like
people
it.
were like, please, it's not made for headphones.
yeah,
Don't
my
ever do that
hairdresser
again.
was like, it terrified me.
We can blame
so.
Danielle for that.
Yeah, that's Dancer's fault. So sexual healing, I wanted to talk about this, and you were a bit panicked by it, but I was like, I'm not going to get in. Like my mother-in-law is listening to this. I'm not going to get into
I've
like crazy sex
disassociated
stuff.
for 100% of our episodes so far at some
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
about being paranoid about my own life.
Yeah.
So this is, as I said in the last episode, I probably will say it for any episode ever more, this is a cathartic experience for
It
me.
is. It really is. And I was only talking
I'm finding
about
out.
this.
Stop talking over me.
What are you finding out? Come
You're
on,
one.
tell us.
I was only finding out. Lost it.
That's actually a good trick for me, you see. If I just come in and I'll make you stop.
She's just doing an Abby on it. Sorry now, I have to interject about
You
something
were saying
important about
you-
myself. I know I'm
It's
finding out a lot
cathartic.
about myself.
Yeah, me too.
Like that I just didn't realise until I talked. But I know it's different. Like we're on a podcast, you're talking to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So you intentionally think you're saying stuff because it has to be biased, or you think, like I think that a lot of the time it has to have a direction. You don't want to offend people. You don't want to downsize anyone
needs to
else's
make sense.
lives.
Yeah.
It needs to make sense. There's a running order, however
Yeah.
chaotic it is. But it's a conscious thing, and I think the consciousness of it is making me really think about how I think of myself.
Yeah,
Do you know
I know, and it's quite profound for you, Abby. But I agree. I mean, I even think we were talking about the cult stuff, and my mum being a new ager, I was like, "Fuck, that's actually really fucked up." Like I had never even thought about that until I kind of verbalised it, and then had to listen back to it from the ears of our listeners. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're going, "Oh wow, okay," and I
Do you cringe when you
completely
listen
agree.
to it? You're editing it. Laura's editing the whole thing, by the way.
I don't mind because I can cut out the cringy
Sometimes
bits.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, sometimes I am, but
At the tone of my own voice, I was like, Jesus, do I sound like that?
but you like because
It's deeper than I
but
thought
you're
it
editing
was.
yourself all the time on social, so do you not like? You
No.
always put on that voice,
Yeah.
the accent.
The accent, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a go-to.
You know, loads
It's
of
a
people are
safe
shocked.
space.
Loads of people are shocked by your posh accent.
Fuck off.
Like they all think you have that accent, you know, the therapist accent. And loads of people, people are still messaging me thinking I'm a midwife. I actually had a really good message from a follower there the other day saying, thanks for your midwife reels. They made me smile when my child was in NICU, and
Yeah.
but I had an awful labour. She said she couldn't stop laughing. She was bothering all the other mothers because she couldn't stop laughing at the midwife reels. And I was like, oh, that's lovely. She had a labour where she needed to do a shit, and she headed to the toilet, and then the baby started coming out, and she was like, I don't think I can hold in the poo anymore. But the baby, and then the baby came.
Did you do the baby in the toilet?
No, the baby didn't go
the
into
poo
the
came out
toilet.
anyway.
No, it wasn't
that's
a
a
poo. It was
common
a
thing.
baby. Yeah.
Okay.
You
Well,
think?
it wasn't a fart. I was actually pregnant.
I remember pre-labour panicking, going like, "So do you poo? Like, do you poo yourself? Like, that's really embarrassing. Like, I'm going to have to do a colonic or something
loads
before."
of people do.
Of course you do. Of course you do, because you're pushing everything from your eyelids down. From your hair follicles down. You're pushing to get everything out. So of course shit's going to come out. But also, of course, no one cares because there's a bleeding, crying
only
baby
poo.
coming out of you. I do remember like a smell of shit coming when I. When I was pushing,
That one's a smelly
and
one.
I was like,
My other one wasn't like that.
I was like, oh, pushing, you know, all that. And I was like, oh God. And I was like, oh, I can smell poo. Did I do a poo? And they were all like,
Fergal like, well, it wasn't me. Sorry, well, was it me?
Fergal did have to go to the toilet and either puke or faint. I can't remember which. No, puke. He had to go to the toilet to puke, not because of the poo.
Because the nerves.
Just the nerves.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Just so fucking
Very
hell.
scary. Was Audrey a natural birth?
No, see, emergency C-section. They couldn't find her spine for the epidural.
Yeah.
I was in a hallway. They were there for an hour. Nobody told me what was going on apart from one nice man once that was like, everything's fine, just hang on in there, we'll call you in. And then I was just in a room and Audrey was in a different room for an additional hour and a half after that. So we were very, very separate. It was a very separated kind of scenario where I was just holding Jude and crying and laughing at the same time. And then wondering where she was.
Yeah.
And she came out and she was like, what do we have?
Oh, really? I've never had a C-section. I was natural birth for both, but it was vaginal birth, I should say. I hate saying natural because there's like nothing unnatural about a C-section, I suppose, as well. But I've always thought like my labour was just so fucking visceral and medieval with Lewin. It was like, Fergal fainted or puked. I had a doula in there as well because we weren't sure if Fergal wanted to be in there or not. Was he my birthing partner? This was obviously when we weren't together. And there's a photo the doula took after, and I will share it on the pod page because it's Fergal looking down, me looking like I looked like I'd had like 11 lip fillers in one. Like my whole head was swollen. I looked absolutely hammered, and I was just smiling at the camera, and like giant boobs, and Lewin was being washed in the background. A little purple body, and Fergal just looks like he's looking into a million years. He's just like looking at
where is it, into really the middle space,
like the far the beyond, like looks like
into some kind of Narnia.
It is funny. It's like a Renaissance painting. It's so good, and that's what the whole labour was just crazy. Lewin was stargazing. I had the episiotomy. I had the forceps. It was just horrendous, and that's kind of why when we spoke about talking about sexual health or sexual well-being or sexual healing, I was like, I'm not going to get into like my sexual exploits because my in-laws are listening to this. What I want to talk about is the gynecology, the sexuality of being a woman, the kind of the ins and outs of being a woman, having a vagina, having a vulva, dealing with our... Sorry, I just hit the mic there.
Stop that.
Dealing with penises. Dealing with the phallic things, and I think there's something interesting there because obviously I've lived mostly a straight life and you've lived mostly a lesbian life.
Yeah, I know, but there's like there's apparently when I get a little bit tipsy, I dance like a gay man, so the femininity comes out in me.
But you are feminine.
Looking forward to that
I
part?
am looking
Do you
forward
think?
to that.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I don't consider myself feminine.
I think you'd be like a gay man though do you know what I mean? Like you're not.
Yeah, I'm just like, but I'm not like, and I told you in the previous podcast as well that I was convinced I was like a boy or part of me was male when I was like 4 years old, and I got to wear a pair of my friend's Y fronts, and I was delighted with myself. I really identified with it deeply, but like I don't really identify with any kind of. I know that I'm a tomboy, and I've always been a tomboy. Yeah. Always trousers, never dresses, and I was bait into dresses when I was a kid, like just for Sunday specials or whatever. But I don't think I'm feminine. Like I don't.
No, but I don't think you're
femininity.
No, but there's definitely a feminine. Like if you were a man, like if you had a penis. I would consider you kind of camp. Do you know what I mean? Because there are feminine flourishes there.
I think there
Does
are.
that offend you?
No, I think that there are soft corners to me.
Yeah.
But I just don't think like I can like do the hand gestures.
Yeah.
And like I could become like very girly right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But that would be forced. I think that I play a neutral field.
Yeah.
Like I was bullied for the first part of my life for looking like a boy even though I was a girl, and like everyone thought I was a boy with long hair. Like why do you
really
and all this, so like I'm comfortable now at this point in my life to say that I'm not like neither here nor. But then the idea of me in heels is just so fucking hilarious.
I want it so much. I want to see it so much. You tight skirt, heels, lashes,
tight skirt.
Yeah, like
I
a
thought
like
a flouncy dress.
Wow, that'd be funny
ruffles.
as well.
We're going to do this, by the way.
Yeah.
We
Ashley
promised you this.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
No, I think we're
But like, how fucking funny.
Shift
It's not a self-consciousness funny, oh, wouldn't that be great for other people? It's like, hilarious. Because you know that I have a very limited wardrobe and I don't go out of...
No, you don't.
I don't go like... flamboyant by any means of the word or whatever. But like, I think I'm very comfortable in plain.
Yeah, and that's
That doesn't
fine.
necessarily like a very unisex kind of.
Yeah, but it's funny because I would have always considered myself quite a masculine energy person, but I think when I'm sitting beside you, it's like, whoa,
that's a hard no for me.
Nails and makeup and hair and dresses and colour, like it's quite opposite. But
Yeah.
you know, I had 3 older brothers growing up and stuff, but you know, I don't know.
I wouldn't put you in that category.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on.
At any point when you were growing up, when you were battling with this idea of sexuality, sexual identity, wanting to be a boy, was there any point where you hated the fact that you had periods and a vagina and a vulva and boobs?
No.
No, so you were always comfortable being a woman.
Absolutely. Like, I'm very body aware. Spend a lot of the time in the gym sculpting myself to look a particular way. This idea of myself, like, but also that being very muscular as I made myself to be with all that training as well. It was just like kind of leaning into the masculine a little bit more. But no, like never. I think it's just, well, sex is great. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm also not going to go delve into the.
I do
the
have a couple of questions
bold
though.
Stuff.
I do have a couple of questions on some of the bold stuff, and you don't have to answer. You don't want to. Does scissoring, is that a real thing?
Ah, yeah.
Scissor, like
It's come from nowhere.
But I just thought people with Barbie dolls, because it just seems like the most boring. Like you just be like kind of and foot your there'd be a foot in the face.
I have done it, but it's kind of like awkward, and it wouldn't be any. I mean, I don't know. I haven't spoken to any lesbians where it's just their go-to.
Yeah, like it's not like straight in kissing.
Like,
Oh,
quickly,
quickly,
all you do, like,
quickly, heel and face.
jump on, jump on.
It's not like you lie.
Not ready.
Top and tail in the bed and then kind of edge towards each other,
so
and
just like me, it's like a stray hand. You know what I mean? It's rubbing up against.
Yeah,
It's like a dry hump.
Yeah.
Do you know? But it's a wet hump.
And I also, this is another question I have, and it's not like I'm a stranger to any of this stuff, but I may as well ask you, like, because women can keep going, when does it stop?
Gosh,
do you know what I mean? Like,
they're
when
quite long.
Yeah,
you see, and also like
raw,
also I think we raw, wet,
thrush,
just slipping all over the place.
Just sore. You're sore after.
This is taking too long. No, I totally. I get the question. I really do. And also, I think that we got in. I think you mentioned something spiritual in one of the last podcasts, like sex is a spiritual experience. And I believe that the brain is so in control of it. Like you can literally convince yourself of anything, or you can make anything happen. Like you know what I mean? Like. And I think that a lot of it, the act itself is in your head. It's like what you can imagine. It's not just a physical thing. You have to be in it, heart and soul and mind and body. It's an all-encompassing, beautiful
Get
thing.
to the point.
But the point is that you can make it as, I think women are more in control. You can make it as long as short if you want. You can hop off mid-ride and go, nah, I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah.
But like men are like start and stop.
I know,
and the stop is always an end point, guaranteed, or else they'll be disappointed. I'm blaming on you. I don't know. I don't know whatever happens in straight relationships. But I think that it is a beautiful thing, and however much you're into it, you can make it last for as long as you want.
So it just sort of happens intuitively, I suppose, is what you're saying. And
I think that with women, other women are far more in tune with the groundedness of their being, and their partner. That seems so way up there, airy fairy kind of
I get you.
Mad psycho babble, as my parents would call it. Like that's, you know, but it's in your head, and it has to be something that is very even on both sides, which maybe doesn't necessarily happen, because, you know, you hear of this like women not getting pleased and not knowing what an orgasm is, but they've been with their husband since they were 16,
you know,
and living an unfulfilled life. And that's stereotypical, and I'm not saying it's true.
No,
but like all of these stories are like, he doesn't even know where my clit is at this point.
Yeah, and I'd say there's gay women who have relationships like that. I mean, like, you can still be like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you're going to be really sexually explorative, right? Like, you can be
not
kind
at all.
of like,
oh my
not
god, you could be
prudish,
so
but
fucking closed
private
off and only do the scissoring thing. But scissors are nothing, Sandra. Get on.
And so I have another question for you then.
Yeah, go on.
This is great. Gold stars. You only taught me recently what a gold star is. What is a gold star?
A lesbian, or it's a gay female who hasn't had sex with a man.
Okay, why are they called gold stars?
I don't know, because lucky for them, they never had the awful experience.
Is there
Only
something
joking.
to do with that? Is it kind of a man hatey? They
think-
haven't been
No, I
interrupted
think-
by the penis ever.
I think that I first heard the term used in terms of gay man, as in
Yes,
living in
'cause
a
I think
separate woman.
I had heard it before, but I was like, oh.
So then within maybe my gay friend group, I've heard it being thrown around only because I knew what contextually it meant.
maybe it's like kind of a Mile High Club
It's
thing.
not.
It's
It's not a
badge.
phrase that I use every day now. To be honest.
Look at that gold star, but she's a gold star.
Yeah, she oozes gold star and sexual awkwardness. But no, yeah, that's the term that exists, and it's just for people who've never slept with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And then obviously like the whole gay thing as well. Some people know from when they're born. Some people explore it
Yeah.
first and then find out later. Some people think it's a fucking choice. Some people work up towards achieving that for themselves and knowing themselves. It's so ambiguous and takes so many shapes and forms that it's down to preference. And also, like you talked about the gay man repulsion of the vagina, but
Yes,
women
yeah.
being more fluid with their freedom
Yes,
in a
absolutely,
sexual
yeah.
manner. And
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think it's women leaning. Like I think
yeah.
I think it's powerful to us.
It is. I often think about that, about being in a same-sex relationship, how there'd be pros and cons as far as I'm concerned, because, like, you know, there's similar energies there, I suppose, but at the same time, whoa, there's similar energies
Yeah.
there. Do you have any questions for me about straight relationships and sex and all that?
Oh gosh. Let me
You just
think.
want to talk about you?
No, I just want to talk about me, actually. Back to me. No, I actually don't, because I have had experiences.
I was going to ask you, but I don't think you'd want to go there.
I can, but you might have to cut it out. See how
Okay.
comfortable we are. Let's
Yeah.
just delve in and see
Okay.
what we can cut out. So, yeah, I've like had, I think I've had sex with 6 men, maybe 4.
Really?
Maybe
Really?
6.
So you've
4,
had sex
5.
with, like, if I was holding
5
a
men.
bouquet of penises there, you've had... it's-
1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah,
5.
a little
I'm
bouquet.
just touching the tip of all of them as I go around.
You'd like that,
you, and you. A knob bouquet.
You've had sex. You've had sex with a bouquet.
What do lesbians call a knob of butter?
What?
Gay.
Oh! Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's really fucking
really
good.
good.
Oh, I'm sweating now. Jesus. I'm on fire. It must be all the coffee.
It's all the talk of the vaginas.
It must be the late diagnosis.
I'll tell you one thing that gay women don't have to deal with, or maybe they do a little bit. STIs, STDs.
Yeah, they do a little bit, I'd say.
Or like
Well, when it comes to, like, I'd say
HPV virus.
HPV,
and
pink eye,
thrush.
farting on your pillow. No, HPV. Don't set me off. I can see her laughing.
And the pubic lice.
Yeah, like
Potentially.
I think the topical things.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like always have had to go get checked. I mean, it's a
Cold
really
sores.
important
Yeah,
thing. Yeah. But I mean, for me, it's just in and all of my straight friends, it's like you just have to go get checked quite regularly.
It's a very
And
normal thing, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's hideous. It's absolutely hideous, though. And I'm sure you've had to go get your screens or your scans on for the HPV vaccine or the
Smear.
smear test.
Yeah.
That's the one. And
I don't know
find
why they called it smear. They smear the finding
smear-
onto
Yeah.
the little microscope thingy, but it's not.
I
it's
can never
more
explain
scratchy.
it. Yeah, I can never. Yeah, it is. It's. I can never explain it.
The topics that they come up with when they're down there as well. You're like, shut up.
Okay, so my friend
Talking about my vocation.
Yeah,
When you're
yeah.
up there, just be quiet.
Yeah, this is like, and like this is. There's nothing like it's the least sexy part that you're ever gonna. Well, no, because giving birth as well.
Oh.
It's just the. I remember the first time I had to go in somewhere. I had just read Cider House Rules, so there was
Yeah.
there's loads of gynecology bits in that. And we talked about the dilator, and looking like a little duck. And she took it out. She was a horrible woman. She was like, okay, I took it out of a bucket of other dilators of like antiseptic water. And I was crying for it. It was just so, I was so unprepared for the invasiveness of it. But my friend, right, and I just had a horrible experience. But I mean, since then it's fine. Just close your eyes and don't breathe. But my friend was like, her gynecologist was like, okay, up you hop there. Oh, nice haircut, because she just had a bikini wax.
I was like, I'll take any compliments at this point.
And one other time, my gynecologist, she was like, okay, jump up on the table. Real legend of
Oh,
a
wow,
woman.
you've got a nasty rash.
Oh. She said, jump up on the table. She's like, sorry about that now. That I had to leave the window open because the woman before me had left her tampon in for too long. So there was a bit of a smell. I was like, thank God I didn't meet like a fellow colleague out in the fucking thing. Oh, hiya, Janine. You know, and then she goes past and then she's ratted me out.
Is yours.
Yeah, come back here.
Following up. I think you left that in there.
Can you just, because
your phone?
I have known people, I have done it myself, to leave tampons up for over
I wouldn't know anything
overdue.
about that. I haven't used
Yeah,
a
moon
tampon
cupper.
2 decades.
Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous, because I was being checked out once. I can't believe I'm going to tell you this.
Go on.
And she was like, I was just getting a tester, like, you know, the general checkup. And she was like, okay, is there any chance you could have left a tampon in there in the last? Did I tell you this? She's like, is there any chance you could have, really can, you know?
Stockpiling.
Any chance you could have left a tampon up there in the last few days? I was like, no, like I had my period about 9 days ago. And she was like,
Fuck off.
and I was like, no, I don't think I have. And she's like, I think you have. And she, I was like, oh my God. It's like the pooing during labour. They're so clinical about it and they make you feel something. But I'd say they go home going,
God, the
fuck me.
mortification.
Yeah, I had another one, Dermot. I had another one. Another rotter. A rotting gal.
There was cobwebs in there and everything. Oh God, losing one. How do you lose them? Just behind the cervix somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bundles up,
I'd obviously just drunkenly
lost its
forgotten
string.
and put another one up or something. I don't know. I don't like. I mean, I can't believe I just shared that. But look, it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah,
it
but,
is what it is.
but also it's like them doing their job. They have to be like, so this is like part
I
of
have
it.
a really good gynecology story for you. Actually,
My mate used to work as my mate used to work as a carer, and she had a pen for whacking boners. As in, like, whacking boners down. She had a pen like yours.
God.
Like, she used to wear her hair like yours. She had it, like, tucked in and she'd, like, whack the boner down.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't go near it. Why would you whack it?
Don't whack the boner
Does that
down.
work? If you whack it, it goes away?
I think
didn't.
so. I'm not sure.
Never tried.
Or
I mean,
no, maybe not whacking it. Maybe, okay, sorry now.
But like,
sorry now.
like just
If
moving
I'm
it out of the
revealing
way.
something that could get you fired, love. And maybe I think it's to move it out of the way without touching it with. We haven't done what's our gagging for because too many people were like, oh, I was gagging along with Laura.
It's a bit of a
Gag along with Laura.
Gag along, the gag along gang.
You know what you call it? A group of lesbians is actually called a gaggle, I think.
No, that's just
Or
gag.
maybe I just
I
made
think
that
that's like a group of irritating older people.
Gaggle?
Gaggle, yeah. But I have a good gynecology story for you. I had an ovarian cyst. That's not the
nasty
story.
and painful.
Very painful. I went in when it ruptured, and they needed to do like a pelvic exam after a few weeks after. So I went. My dad brought me, and I was quite young at the time. I was 17. My dad brought me into the hospital and was waiting there, and I was waiting for my doctor. And the doctor came out, and he was like, Simon, how are you, to my dad?
Oh, fuck.
And your dad knew him, and he was like an older kind of like, you know,
I would have asked
fucking
for somebody
surgeon
else.
type. Well, I didn't. I was 17, you know, that
Awkward
kind
age.
of awkward age. And he was like, oh, how are you getting on? He's like, oh, Jarvis or whatever his name was, you know, and they were chatting away. And he's like, okay, come on in. And I had to do a hand exam on me. Like you know, when they press, and it was so awkward. Now that's not even the story, right?
Trauma.
No, this is the story. My grandmother.
Do you know the only reason you remember this is because it was traumatic?
Well, this is why I remember it, because
Okay,
my
go on.
grandmother, when my dad was talking to my grandmother, who's
Your grandmother's
very
turtle on the back?
no,
Flailing
not
turtle on
her.
the
No, the one who lives in the Upper East Side,
Right.
kind of very
Okay.
posh and oceansy, and like, you know, would love very like all about standing in society and all this kind of thing. So
Right,
she was
okay.
talking to my dad. My dad said, "Oh, I saw Jarvis or whatever his name is down in the hospital. Oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
a doctor. Oh, lovely. Yeah, he examined Laura. Wouldn't it be great if they ran away together?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, imagine this.
Holy
this
shit.
This
And
is
you
my
were
new
17.
husband. This is my new husband. He's my dad's old friend from college. He was married, but we ran
And
away
we met
together
through an
after
examination.
After he had my hand in my womb. Like,
Fuck.
I know.
Me.
I know.
That is hardcore.
I know.
And like, as well, I think that these are like, with the birth thing as well, and having the canal that we do, the love canal, the sausage bucket.
No, not for you.
No, not for me. Not at all. But I think that it, like, there's a certain moments in your life where you're realizing that your body is functional, and that's just like a separation from yourself.
No,
And,
you lost me now. What do you mean?
As in, like, So this thing has to be done that's invasive, and
Oh, yeah.
with the gas and air,
Yeah.
and like you're told that it's only going to hurt a little bit, but it hurts a lot, and it's part of you, and it's so personal. That is like I think we end up detaching it. Like for example, a smear test. You don't talk about it like it's like getting your
Yeah.
nails done. You
You
talk
really
about it like
don't.
the absolute fucking fear, mortification, all these
Horror.
really, really fucking serious emotions go
Yeah.
through, and you're just like, this has to be done because I have this and I am this, and I think there's a separation there because I'm not going to say a smear test is traumatic, but there's definitely
Oh, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
there definitely has to be a separation, for, even if just for a moment, of you from what's actually happening. For example,
Yeah.
that whole situation. I think it's a decision that you can't stay present.
No, gone out.
Yeah.
But like labour and stuff. I mean, but there's another thing you don't need to worry about if you are in an actively same sex. I know you had like if you slept with men, you've had to worry about the morning after pill and contraception, which is bizarre to me because obviously I've had my brushes with failed contraceptions in the past.
Yeah.
Like we have to deal with the pill, condoms breaking, and the morning after pill is only available over counter 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy what we grew up with, and such shame. And I mean, I would still, if I had to go in and get a morning after pill. In fact, the last time I had to get a pregnancy test, which was whatever, however old Ray is, I got Fergal to go in. Do you know what I mean? Like I still have that shame.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm having sex. Like I'm a 40-year-old married woman with a kid. Like,
Yeah. It's really weird. I think there's a lot of shame that's like entirely subconscious, just because we are hearing the dialogue from such a young age of like, people judging the neighbours, or she's off again, and blah 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 blah. And if a man that was doing it, he'd be a bit of great crack, like, oh, watch him, he's a wild one.
but I think that we're on a journey, as you said. I think Gen Z are growing up to see all of this, and we have to be able to see at least some of it's coming out now. At least the pendulum is swung. Thank God for the Me Too movement. I think the pendulum needs to keep, the tide needs to turn until, like, I'm even seeing, it's a bit clickbaity, but like men talking about, oh my God, did you realise toothpaste? Oh, like, this is something I didn't know. Did I tell you this? All toothpaste has never been made for women. It's always been made for men.
What the fuck?
Because we have a different alkaline base or acid base in our mouth. So, so the toothpaste that we brush our teeth with is actually suited for a man's mouth, not for a woman's mouth. They only just it was in January or December, came out with the female crash test dummy, because they'd never used one before. So car testing and all that. There's men talking about that, going, oh my God, guys, we need to get it better. And it's a bit, okay, you're just doing that for clicks. However, it's true.
That's why your wife has no teeth.
But the conversation... But the conversation is turning.
Good for
right?
something, bad things for others.
Actually, that's another one I wanted to ask you about, is like female grooming. So like, when does it stop? Like, I wear fake tan now. I've started wearing gradual fake tan, as we were talking about before
Stunning.
this episode. And like,
I complimented her 3 times and she didn't know what to do.
I panicked. And so like, when is it about me looking good, and when is it about I need to look good for the opposite sex or for my partner, and when is that okay?
I don't think that matters.
Like waxing,
about...
have you ever been waxed?
Yeah, I got laser.
Did you?
Ages ago, yeah. Like, I think
Did you do that for other women? Did you do it for your own hygiene? Did you do it for your
my
own
own
self?
hygiene for me? I did it for me.
Did you get what, laser all over or just on the bikini?
Just on the bikini.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
very painful.
Is it very painful?
The stink of burning skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
It's uncomfortable for about 2 days after. But there's 3 sessions and they're like 6 weeks apart. But it works. It's worked. It's kind, because I started shaving again. This my bikini line recently. I'm one of the lucky ones that can shave, but I also use a razor designed for a man. Because they're actually better.
They're better
than the razors designed for
and
women.
they're actually less expensive as well. Because
Don't
you've
get
pink
me
tax.
started, lads. Yeah, so no, the laser really worked, I have to say. And I've started shaving now, but like the growth was like very not there for a very long time.
That's good.
So it's worth
Are
the money.
you
I'd say.
an underarm shaver or?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, me too.
I like being quite hairless.
I bet you people expect you to be hairy.
Really?
Well, because
Would
you're
you
lesbian.
expect me to have hairy legs?
I wouldn't be shocked.
What
Is that like my misogynistic mind? Do you know what I mean? Like, is
Yeah.
that my trained by
I
society?
don't know, but like you also maybe thought that I
you're-
was vegetarian.
You do give off vibes.
I love a bit of fish.
Fish. You see, that's a
Funny joke.
vegetarian
I'm
thing to
joking,
say.
I'm joking.
Oh, you're being lesbian.
I was just being a lesbian.
That's disgusting.
Meow.
For
No, I'm joking.
God's sake, camping yarn.
I love steak. I love red meat. Love red meat. I do love sushi.
What would you? Any assumptions you had on me that you're kind of shocked by and you didn't think, like, I suppose accent, fake tan, does the fake tan shock you?
No.
No.
No, I don't think I had any. I don't think I had any thoughts of what you would be like because we don't really know each other.
Well, I didn't think I had any thoughts until you, like, I wasn't sure about the vegan stuff, and then you said you weren't a vegan. I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought you would be a vegan, and then I didn't think you'd be hairy. I just was like,
I didn't expect you to have a holiday cottage. To be fair,
well, there you go, a holiday cottage.
and I thought you were from Dublin until you said that you weren't.
Yeah, Wicklow.
Yeah,
Wicklow.
it's the accent. Maybe the accent thing as well. Yeah, no, but, no, appearance wise, and I thought you had a C-section. I don't know why. And you didn't have a natural birth. Maybe that's the only thing that's come to
Exciting.
mind.
It's
Yeah,
exciting.
really cool piece, Abby. Well done.
Won't be cutting that out. I was also wondering, just when we were going back to the labour piece, do you ever kind of really wish you could have
Had a baby?
experienced that? No.
Hard no.
Hard
Fast.
no.
Hard, fast no,
Right.
without any thought about it.
Really?
I think growing something inside you with hair and toenails and formed eyebrows.
That freaks you out.
Oh.
Not the labour.
Not the labour. I have a really high pain threshold. I like chronic back and knee pain all my life actually. But yeah, I like not the labour wouldn't, because I would actually I would be competitive with myself. Like, you could do this. Ooh,
Yeah,
like,
that's what everyone says, Abby, okay?
Do you know,
you
yeah,
wouldn't,
whatever. I
you
wouldn't have a birth
It'd
plan.
be hell, shut
Yeah,
up.
okay. I'd probably shit myself. Yeah, and shit on the baby as well. And, one of the
cry
nurses.
and puke
Yeah.
and scream for anything to kill you. That's what I was actually doing with Ray.
Drugs. No, I just haven't ever wanted it for my body.
No, fair enough. I mean, my body's completely, it's completely different. I mean, before I had Lewin, I'd no
And I also
boobs.
don't think I could handle the change.
It's such a huge change. I was thinking about this, about the difference between me and you. Like if I cough, I'll wee a little bit.
Oh, I do that anyway. And I haven't even had a kid.
So you'd be fucked then. Like, do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I'd be.
And then I, like, you know, when I laugh,
Prolapses the lot.
well, I haven't had prolapses, but there's, like, you know, there's other situations. Like, the boobs will never be the same again. But I used to have no boobs, and now I just have boobs. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And then, like, I've found it really hard to lose weight after giving birth, and I will just...
Yeah, but all these things are things that happen to women anyway without even giving birth. Like the elasticity in the skin. I know it's not the fucking same,
No,
okay?
no, it's
but like
not the same.
but like the boobs thing as well.
No, because I'd say now if
And
me
apparently
you
your
were to
vag
go,
disappears.
sorry, yes, let's talk about that. Just on being a woman in sexual health.
Who told you this, by the way?
Oh,
Is it a reliable
I saw
source?
it. No, I saw it on. I think it was
No, not a reliable source.
No, Laura Dowling. Laura Dowling was talking about it. Actually, a fabulous pharmacist was talking about it. So there's a
I
condition.
never knew she was gay. No, joking.
There's a condition. I can't remember what it's called, and I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong, Laura. But your vulva kind of shrinks back.
Onto
Yeah,
the
she was talking
inside.
about it on the Tommy Tiernan thing, I think. I don't know. It shrinks back. Now, it does actually get smaller and smaller as we age. So, like, you know, but once again, nothing happens to men. We
No,
get,
their ears keep growing. Well, that's both
oh,
of us.
how difficult. Yeah, that happens to us as well.
Hair in the earlobes.
Like the amount of shit, like we have to face into prolapses, pissing yourself, you know, saggy boobs, what else? Like the mum tum stuff, piles, fucking thrush, like all this shit, pissing sitting down.
What is it called? Corn? The little thing on the foot?
No, but that's men and women get them. No,
Sorry, I'm not a doctor.
peeing sitting down. I actually was talking to my friend, gay man, the other day. It was a couple of months ago actually, and he was like, do you know, I just thought, I was talking about the menopause, and he was like, do you know, I was just thinking about this actually. Like, women have kind of a raw deal. I was like, do you fucking think, James? Do you
Yeah.
fucking think? Here he is. He's never had to deal with a woman in his life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
never
yeah.
had a partner, a female partner. Only me.
Only just realised
And our other best
kind
friend.
of a little bit of a raw deal. They can't. They're only able to vote recently.
Yeah, exactly. I know. But he's been listening to me and our other best friend, the three of us, sitting around, me and the other
Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
talking about labour, periods, pissing, sitting down, all the shit that happens to the body. And here he goes like, now, yeah, I was just hearing about the menopause. Like, it's a kick in the teeth being a woman. It is a kick in the teeth.
I think I'm actually perimenopause. and I don't think that's the masking and the ADHD symptoms getting worse. I literally think that the brain fog was so severe and the emotional stress was so severe that I think I'm entering a phase where I might need to think about taking some estrogen or something. I don't even know what they prescribe, but
I'm at now, like I don't drink. I'm super healthy. You know, there's nothing I can blame anything else, any of these other things on, and I just can't fucking believe I've been there. Exactly. I don't want another trip to the psych ward. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think I would like to get into menopause and hormones and estrogen, all that in a separate episode, and I'd love to maybe have someone on the show to talk about, because I feel like that's a whole other episode, because I actually have so much fucking learning to do, and
and also to realise that it's only maybe in the last decade, probably less time than that, being brought in to like face us, and like we have to look at it straight in the eye, because it's undeniable, where the dialogue is only cropping up.
I know, and there's actually two sides to that coin, I think, and again we'll go into it in a later episode for our listeners, but I think the conversation is out there again, swinging like the Me Too movement. It's brilliant that everyone's talking about it. At the same time, because women are having babies later, it's putting a lot of pressure on women, because it's like, well, I'm 38 and now people are talking about perimenopause. Can everyone shut the fuck up? Like there's this gap is closing on women, and once again, so we've gone out to make this career because we needed to prove ourselves, because we couldn't just be mothers at home or just be boyfriends or girlfriends of boyfriends or whatever. So we've had to go out and prove ourselves in the world, and to become a successful businesswoman, you need to have a good decade of your life.
Can we talk about Sweden for a moment, and the equalness of the males and females?
It's great. It's unbelievable.
The males and females and the fathers and the mothers, right? You know how long fathers get?
It was like the same amount of time.
In the part of the documentary, there was a load of dads hanging out with their toddlers in a park. Like 12 dads.
It's unbelievable.
They all seemed so like quiet and relaxed, and their kids were just like really well nurtured and just like so enjoying life, and it was sunny, and he was just like, we get like 2 years.
I know, and in Finland they don't have a word for he or she, they just have them.
Yeah.
So but it's a separate word. Like it's not them. So like there's that whole issue of pronouns just doesn't exist for them.
That's fucking
which is amazing.
And also the women are actually more important to society and paying back to the tax system than the men are in Sweden as well.
So Fergal has been working on this like website. I will share the link for it. Is basically where you can put in your job, and it shows you what your social value is.
Wow.
So for example,
cool.
Yeah, I know. So for example, a nurse would be very, very high. So for every euro you earn, it pays back like €7. Hedge fund managers, mine is kind of like a minus on the value you're actually just detracting. Because I work in marketing, I'm not that too bad. It's like a 3 because I'm moving the FMCG.
Absolute melter. What am I?
I know, like quite a social media person and calendar maker.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but the culture and design. No, designer. He's a
merch
designer.
Brand.
As a designer, he's quite flat on it, but I will share the link.
That's really cool,
isn't it?
So you're putting your value on yourself and your existence back, and how much you're putting back into society.
Which is so good to see, because it's like the industries which we would consider slightly underpaid. Are actually they're more valuable. Do you know what I mean? Which is great to see.
And also like should your vocation be set on how much you're paying back to society?
Yeah, totally. It should.
Yeah, but like, you got like people on the dole
you're
for
getting
mental health issues.
Oh no, well yeah, obviously, but like you're getting cagey because you're probably worth it.
Right, I'm going.
All right, yeah.